Men will regret not learning these 8 life lessons sooner. This video will change the way you see the world because I'll be opening a can of worms that most people try to ignore. If you enjoy hearing the truth without opinion or emotion, you have been missing out. If you haven't already, click that button to subscribe to this channel. Number 1. Realizing you have a lot to still learn. Any man you think has it all figured out is one who has yet to grow up. Teenage boys are the only ones who think they have life figured out. As you get older, you realize how much you wish you knew when you were younger. The way a Sigma man thinks is different from this ego, because they see the big picture and realize that there is so much more to know. Sigma men are very aware of how little they still need to learn. This is clear in how they continue to strive to learn and improve. You might believe that you are mature beyond your years, that you have learned everything there is to learn, and that you have it all figured out. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. You know almost nothing, but you have so much to learn and experience that it blows your mind. You may have some knowledge and skills, but that's just the beginning. You are a tiny dot in the vast scheme of things in the vast and constantly changing world. There are people out there with decades more experience, knowledge, and understanding than you. Oh, and guess what? They feel like they still have a lot to learn. To be a man, you have to accept that you'll always be a student. It means accepting the fact that you'll make a lot of mistakes, trip, and fall along the way. But hey, guess what? It's fine. In fact, you have to do it. You grow, learn, and get better because of the mistakes you make. You see, true maturity isn't acting like you know everything. It's saying you don't and being open to constantly growing your knowledge and viewpoint. It's about seeking out new situations, putting your views to the test, and asking questions about the world around you. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to see what those who have been down this path have to say. It's a sign of strength and respect, not of weakness. This is one lesson that older and smarter men always wish they had learned earlier in life. Number 2. Realizing that most people don't matter. If you try to make everyone happy, you won't make anyone happy. Most of the people you meet in this big world with billions of people are strangers who will come and go without having a permanent effect on your life. Unless you let them, their opinions, judgments, and demands have no real sign. As we grow older, we all realize this. Why waste your time and energy thinking about the opinions of people who don't signify anything in the big picture of things? Their ideas and judgments come and go like the wind. They are here one minute and gone the next. Being a man means realizing that your self-worth shouldn't depend on what other people think of you. Don't let the fear of being judged or the need to please everyone stop you from being able to grow personally and meet men. Instead, work on your own goals, values, and views. You're dragging along a lot of people who don't matter. That's just the way life is, and it takes time and paying attention to realize it. Number 3. Wasting time on girls. Don't get me wrong, it's fine if you choose to spend your time chasing women if that's your thing. But don't whine if, after spending years chasing girls, you realize you could have spent that time building things that would help you in the long run. The bad thing is that most men end up wishing they had spent less time trying to get as many girls as possible and more time on other things. Sooner or later, most guys realize that joking around with girls means trying to make the girls happy. This leads young men to do things that are a waste of time and money just to make the girls happy. As men get older, we realize that it's generally better to spend money making real friends than fooling women. Number 4. The value of time. You see, when you are young, you think you can do anything. You think you have all the time in the world to follow your dreams, build your job, and find love. But I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Time doesn't stop for anyone. It keeps moving forward whether you're ready for it or not. The harsh truth of death starts to sink in as you grow older. You see friends, family, and people you care about die or have health problems. It is a sad reminder of how fragile and short life is. Every minute lost and every chance missed is a punch to the gut. You start to realize that time is your most valuable possession and that it's slipping away faster than you think. Think about the goals you want to reach and the dreams you used to have. Are they still just dreams sitting on a shelf collecting dust? Are you still awaiting the ideal time, the ideal set of circumstances, or a sign from the universe? There is no right time, men, so there is that. Now is the time, and it's slipping away with every second that goes by. My friend, regret is hard to take, so don't make it your steady partner in the future. Take a hard look at your life, the choices you've made, and the things you value most. How well do you spend your time? Do you spend it on things that really matter, or do you waste it on mindless hobbies, shallow activities, and things that don't matter? Number 5. Making quality friends and allies. You see, as you get older, you'll face problems that will test you in ways you never thought possible. The weight of duties will get heavier, and so will the weight of demands. In those times, it's the good friends and allies who will be there to support, guide, and give you a much-needed reality check. But here's the thing. Good friends and allies don't just show up out of nowhere. Building relationships that matter takes time, work, and real input. It takes you to leave your comfort zone, start talks, be open, and be ready to be turned down. So stop spending your time on shallow relationships that don't give you anything but short-term entertainment. Stop trying to be well-known and make weak links. Instead, put your time and energy into making friends with real depth. Find people who make you feel good, who push you, and who care about your well-being. As men grow up, this is one of the things they wish they had paid more attention to. Realize you've spent all your years with fake friends or don't have any real friends. To be a Sigma man, you don't have to be a loner. Instead, you have to find the best people to work with. But because good friends are hard to find, Sigma men usually don't have many friends. Number 6. Learning the value of patience. As you get older, you start to realize that life doesn't always go according to your plan. When you were younger, you might have had dreams and goals that didn't come true as quickly as you thought they would. You may have had mistakes, fails, and disappointments along the way. The hard truth is that patience won't get you anywhere. You see, having patience is not a sign of weakness. It's a trait and a strength that only the smart and strong have. Patience is what sets men apart from boys. It's what gives you the strength to handle life's storms with ease and resolve. Without it, you'll always be looking for quick pleasures and short-term wins, and you'll never hit your full potential. Patience also makes people wiser. It helps you see the big picture, evaluate events clearly, and make choices that are well thought out. It tells you to think before you act, to think about the results of your choices, and to choose the path that will lead to long-term success and fulfillment. Because of this, Sigma men are calm and patient. They learn from experience, and patience is one of the things that experience teaches. Number 7. Caring more for their body. Your body won't get younger on its own. You may have been able to bounce back from a bad night's sleep, bad food choices, and a lazy way of life in the past, but those days are coming to an end. As the years go by, your metabolism slows down, your muscles lose mass, and your joints become less flexible. If you don't take care of your body now, it will only lead to regret and a lower quality of life later. Imagine that you wake up one morning and realize that you can no longer keep up with your children or grandkids. You've had trouble getting up a flight of stairs without getting out of breath. You have aches and pains all the time, and your doctor gives you a long list of health problems that could have been avoided if you had taken better care of yourself. You don't want that to be your future, do you? Working out isn't a hobby. It's important for healthy aging. It's also important to give yourself more attention. When men get older, this is something they will regret. Number 8. Learning the value of being alone. Life isn't just about having fun and making friends all the time. It's about having meaning and purpose, knowing who you are at your core, and making choices that fit with your values and goals. But how can you do that when you're always busy, surrounded by people, and always see immediate gratification? Men start to appreciate the time they have to spend alone as they get older and wish they had known how important it was when they were younger. When they reflect on a life full of shallow relationships and missed chances for personal development, they are likely to feel regret. The time you could have spent expanding your knowledge, improving your skills, and improving yourself was instead lost on meaningless activities. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch this one as well. So long.